Do you think they're waiting for President Trump to take office?
No, I think they heard him loud and clear. Better get done by the inaugural.
But when you say all hell will
Before
be
I
paid,
take
or
office.
all hell must be paid if they don't release the
You know what that
hostages.
means, don't you?
Well-
Do I have to define it for you? Look, all
No, I know
hell
you're not
will
gonna
break out.
telegraph what
If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East.
Can you elaborate?
And it will not be good for Hamas.
Because of these hostages, right? He say if they don't deliver him up, all hell break loose come 20th. Because remember, he get in office on the 20th, right? All right, he made a lot of promises that he's finna do. All right, that's why we say, hey, will Trump be the one to bring forward Armageddon? Because that's what it's looking like. This is the beginning. There's a lot of things he's doing right now. So what is he doing? He's justifying it. Well, that's what he's doing. He's justifying it. All right, so just understand, it don't matter what Americans say. They are 100% in agreement with what the Israelis are doing over there.
All hell will break out in the Middle East if hostages don't return before January the 20th. Trump.
Let's do it.
I don't know anyone who delegates better than President Trump. He gives us a lot of authority to speak on his behalf, and he exhorts us to speak emphatically. And emphatically means you better get it, you better do this, because the alternative.
Do you think they're waiting for President Trump to take office?
No, I think they heard him loud and clear. Better get done by the inaugural.
But when you say all hell will
Before I
be paid,
take
or
office.
all hell must be paid if they don't release the
You know what that
hostages.
means, don't you?
Well-
Do I have to define it for you? Look, all
No, I know
hell
you're not
will
gonna
break out.
telegraph
If
what-
those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East.
Stop.
And it will not.
So Trump said he ready to get it popping. Hey, before we continue, y'all got that other video I asked to play after this one? Okay, let's hear that when he's on Joe Rogan, right? All right, play that.
Was a very, the Middle East is rapidly changing. You know, there are prophets that say the world will come to an end in the Middle East, you know that. And we have weapons today that are so scary. When you look, I rebuilt them all. And when you look at the weapons we have today, the biggest threat we have in the world today is nuclear weapons. And we have
All right,
other
so you can
weapons
take
too.
that down because he said it. He say there's prophets that say it's gonna come to end. And don't think that he just saying that casually. He is the devil. Understand that thing right there. They are the devil. Give me one Ezekiel 28:3. All right, they know. All right, they getting their intel by Satan himself. They are.
Bring it out.
Okay, read that for us, please.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
It says they are what?
Wiser than Daniel.
Right, they are wiser than Daniel. Come on.
There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Right, so they understand. They have that bad nightmare because remember what they want to do. They know that they can't erase it. So what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to build up their might and their military and fight against Messiah. That's what they're going to try to do because they know it's going to happen. And like I said before, they get it. They get their knowledge and their power and they know how from Satan himself. Right. Daniel 8 and 24. All right. Oh, start at 23. Watch this.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom.
Right, in the latter time of their kingdom. All right. So the latter times, this is going with the seven beasts that we read about in Revelation. All right. This is going into from Rome all the way to America. Okay, Rome all the way to America. So read the verse again.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full,
Read.
a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences
Come on.
shall stand up.
Right, because they understand prophecy. They understand exactly what's going to happen to them. Go ahead.
And his power shall be mighty.
It says his power on the earth is going to be very mighty. Remember, Trump just talked about those nuclear weapons, right? Right. All right, go ahead.
But not by his own power.
But not by his what?
His own power.
So it's not going to be of him. It's going to be because Satan is working through them.
That's right.
All right, read.
And he shall destroy wonderfully and shall prosper.
Come on.
And practice.
Read.
And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Who are the mighty and the holy people? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites.
That's right.
Is this happening to us? Has it been happening to us? You're absolutely right. It has. Showing you that this man, yes, he's prophesied about in the scriptures. Okay? From there, give me no. Go back to the first video, please. The first video. Watch this.
Not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is. And they should have given them back a long time. They should have never taken them.
So
They
remember,
should have
Trump
never-
say because of these hostages, right? He say if they don't deliver him up, all hell break loose come 20th. Because remember, he get in office on the 20th, right? He made a lot of promises that he's finna do. All right, that's why we say, hey, will Trump be the one to bring forth Armageddon? Because that's what it's looking like. This is the beginning. There's a lot of things he's doing right now. Read some more.
Have been the attack of October 7th. People forget that. But there was, and many people are killed. They're no longer hostages. I have people from Israel and others calling, begging me to get, we had also people there from the United States, just so you know. They're holding some so-called hostages from the U.S. But I've had mothers come to me and fathers crying, can I get the body of their son back? Can I get the body
All
of
right, stop.
their
So what
daughter?
is he doing? He's justifying. Right. Well, that's what he's doing. He's justifying it. All right. So just understand, it don't matter what America say. They are 100% in agreement with what the Israelis are doing over there. Now, with that being said, he talked about the Middle East. All right, let's get that real quick. Revelations 13, not 13, but 16. I think it's verse 19. Let's get that real quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts.
Could it be 18? Let me hear that.
Verse 18. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since man were upon the
That's
earth.
my fault. My apologies. We want verse 15 and 16. That's me.
Verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments.
Right. So the Lord, he said he's going to return like a thief. You don't know when he's coming. All right. The best thing we can do is watch and pray. All right. Make sure we're watching and see how the prophecies unfold. But most importantly, watch for our spirit. Right. All right. Because if the spirit is willing, but the flesh, what does it say? It's weak. Thank you. See, that's why I need help sometimes. All right. Read some more of that. Watch this.
Lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
Right. Lest he walk naked and sin and see his shame. But here's the point. Verse 16.
And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
Right, and gathered them into a place that's in the Hebrew tongue called Armageddon. Read some more.
And the 7th angel poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, it is done.
It is done. Meaning what? Hey, once that happened, yes, that's gonna be the end right there. Will he be the one to do it? We gonna have to wait and see. Right. But I can he definitely, like in a 4x100 relay. He like that first leg that gets you at least that big lead, bro. Right. At least at minimum. That's what Trump is, at minimum. All right, but he could be the one to take it there. You never know. All right, what's the next video, y'all?
Trump asked point blank, are you considering using military force to annex Canada?
Play that.
If we were to work under the assumption that you're serious about making Canada a 51st state of the United States, the leader of the Conservative Party in Canada said, under no circumstance will it ever be the 51st state.
Maybe he won't win, but maybe he will. I don't.
Points, you had suggested.
Listen, I don't care what he says.
Sir, real fast, you said you were considering military force to acquire Panama and Greenland. Are you also considering military force to annex and acquire Canada?
No, economic force, because Canada and the United States, that would really be something. You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and you take a look at what that looks like, and it would also be much better for national security. Don't forget, we basically protect Canada. But here's the problem with Canada. So many friends up there. I love the Canadian people. They're great. But we're spending hundreds of billions a year to protect it. We're spending hundreds of billions a year to take care of
So you already know what's going to happen. He's letting you know it's going to happen. Damn. Now, 2 quick scriptures, because he says, by economic, can you trust a white person? No. So I got to hit him with both. I got to hit you with both scriptures real quick. Give me Isaiah chapter 14, verse 6. All right, give me that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 6. he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
So the scriptures say he gonna continue to do that until he die. He just like that whoremonger. He can never have enough till he die. All right. He's the real killmonger.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
He that ruled the nations in anger.
He rules the nations in anger. He's being a bully. That's like the hammer of the earth, just like it speaks in Jeremiah. Go ahead.
Is persecuted and none hindereth.
Right, his persecution's coming, but right now he's still running amok. He's still getting crazy out there. But then he say, no, not my military. Financially. Go to Ezekiel 28. Go back there. Give me verses 4 and 5. All right, watch this.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 4. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten the riches.
Right, with thy wisdom and thy understanding, that's the technology and the warfare. Come on.
And hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Right, that's one way that they get what they want, their gold and treasure. Read.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic.
And by that what?
Traffic.
Right, that's the economic side of things. Come on.
Hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Right, so if his heart's lifted up, that's going into pride. So why would he stop? Because they think they could just keep doing this and doing this and doing this and nothing's going to happen. Right. Okay. Let's go to the next one with Greenland.
Trump refuses to rule out use of military force to take control of Greenland and the Panama Canal.
Damn. Go ahead, please.
Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us what is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you. You're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this. We need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military.
Yeah, hey, when y'all get a chance, watch a movie called The Panama Deception. All right, when you get a chance, watch that because he's lying out of his teeth. Right. From there, because we only got like 10 minutes left. Okay. Just saw the time. All right, let's go to the next one. IT, come on.
A big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes,
Trump's
let's say
crazy.
that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay. You got to pay your
So
bills.
he's saying he's encouraging Putin to do whatever he want to do to NATO countries if they don't want to pay up. He's crazy. This guy, that's what I'm saying. He could be that guy. Like he's like Nero-ish. He's crazy. This guy's a madman. Give me verse 2. Watch this.
The book of Ezekiel.
Oh, my bad. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. That's my bad. I'm just looking at the scripture, my bad. Obadiah 1 and 2. Watch this, y'all.
The book of Obadiah, verse 1. The vision
Chapter 1, verse 2.
Yes, sir. Chapter 1 and verse 2.
Come on.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Right, that's going into them being in the Middle East, surrounded by all of those Arabs over there, right? Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
Right, it said the pride of thy heart had deceived thee. We went into this earlier in the show. Yep, that's a perfect map to show what the verse is talking about. All right. Watch this. Give me verse 5. Because remember going into the situation with Canada and Greenland. All right, now he wants to take that, whether it be by, it could say not by military force. They lying. Okay. All right, read verse 5. Watch
verse
this.
5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
Come on.
Will they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right, that's what they do. They take what they want and they can never have enough. Someone who is sane, right, who has sanity would understand, you know what, I might want to stop while I'm ahead. Right? That's what normal people do. Go back to Habakkuk, read verse 4. All right, but he's not sane. There's something wrong with these people.
It is.
All right, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Watch this.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Come on.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right. His soul ain't right. He ain't right. He's psychotic. All right. He's bloodthirsty. So go back to that Obadiah 1 and 5. Come on.
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right. It says, would they not have stolen till they had enough? Read.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, will they not leave some grapes?
Right, normal people, you know, they go and get some grapes and leave grapes for others. But Esau, are you going to leave grapes for others? Wrong. Wrong. No, they're not going to do that because they want to have it all and leave everybody else depleted and devastated. That's what they do. Go ahead.
How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Read.
All the men of thy confederacy.
So because they acting like that, because, you know, you see how prideful Trump is, right? He said, oh, you're not paying up. You're not paying up, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And guess what? If they want to attack you, I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna convince them to do that. Wow. All right. So remember, we read earlier in Ezekiel 36:5 when it talked about all Idumea, they were all complicit with getting the land. They all agreed that America be the ringleader. You understand? And they agreed to that. Yes, but right here it's saying all of those other Edomite nations that you are complicit with. Read verse 7.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee.
The men that were at peace with thee were at peace with thee. The European Union, NATO, come on.
Have deceived thee.
They're going to end up deceiving you by the way that you're carrying yourself, Trump, United States of America, come on.
Right. And prevailed against thee.
And they're going to end up prevailing against you, come on.
They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
They're going to leave a wound under thee. Come on.
There is none understanding in him.
Read.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Right. And that's what's going to happen because of their pride. And we see it. That's why we're saying, hey, Trump could be the one to bring it. All right. What else we got, IT? Come on. What else we got?
Donald Trump. The enemy within should be handled by the military.
All right, play it.
What are you expecting? Joe Biden said he doesn't think it's going to be a peaceful election day.
Well, he doesn't have any idea what's happening in all fairness. He spends most of his day sleeping.
Damn.
I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within, not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. By the way, totally destroying our country. The towns, the villages, they're being inundated. But I don't think they're the problem in terms of election day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military, because they can't let that happen.
How are you going to guard against the bureaucrats undermining you?
Well, they're going to undermine. Well, I always say, so we have two enemies. We have the outside enemy, and then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries, because if you have a smart president, he can handle them pretty easily. I got along great with all. I handled them.
All right, so that's a smoke screen. So want y'all, you know, they actually go to Isaiah 19. It's not a full smoke screen. All right, give me Isaiah 19 and verse 2 real quick. But the reason why I say it's a false flag because we know what it's going to lead to. Right. Okay, read verse 2 real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 2.
Come on.
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Remember, that's going into America. All right, against the other Edomite nations. That's what that's going into. But watch this.
And they shall fight every one against his brother.
Because they all brothers. Read.
And every one against his neighbor. City against city.
Now that city against city is what Trump is going into right there. That's the civil war on American soil. Read.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Right. That's Russia, Ukraine. That's what you see right there. Now, in regards to, you know, how he says he wants to use the military against the enemy from within, laws are going to be changed in order for them to do so. All right. It may look like, oh, they're going against each other, the far left and all of this. Nah, they'll cause a commotion. They'll do all of that just to come against who? The children of Israel.
Right.
All right. So you can never trust them all the way. You just can't. If you do that, you'd be an idiot. Let's go to the next video right after. Watch this. We almost done.
Trump says he will use the military on Americans.
Watch this.
Cause them enemy from within.
I missed something during last week's Donald Trump rally in Aurora. Was standing there, heard it, just wasn't sure if I heard what I thought I heard, so we did not play it back to you here. It seemed that Trump was talking in Aurora about using the U.S. military against Americans that he says hate this country. Listen to what he said.
We have the greatest military in the world, but you have to know how to use them. You have to know how to use them. But I protect you against outside enemies. But, you know, I always say we have the outside enemy, so you can say China, you can say Russia, you can say Kim Jong-un, you can say, but that's not, it's going to be fun. If you have a smart president, no problem. It's the enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with that hate our country. That's a bigger enemy than China and Russia.
All right, the military
All right,
thing
so y'all heard it right there. All right, you got to understand how they see us. Give me that one in Esther 3 and 8. Yeah, Esther 3 and 8 real quick. All right, I'm going to just hit you with a few more precepts and we out of here, man. We going to be out of here. Let me hear that real quick. Got it?
Come on, 7 seconds.
Somebody get it for us, please.
Y'all all right?
The book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 8.
Come on.
And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of the kingdom.
Come on.
And their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
That they may be what?
They may be destroyed.
And that's exactly what they're going to want for us, because they're going to deem us enemies from within. Right. You understand? Just like they did, Haman did during the time of Queen Esther. Right. All right, so we got to be able to see the writings on the wall, brothers and sisters. Right. All right, give me the last one with the mass deportation. Let's get that real quick.
But is it your plan to deport everyone who is here illegally over the next 4 years?
Well, I think you have to do it, and it's a very tough thing to do.
What's crazy is when you really look at it, you know it's all scripted. You know they had it all planned. Common sense would tell you if you bomb people, don't bring them in by the planes, by the droves on planes into your country.
Right.
You open up your borders. You did that. Nobody forced you to do that. You did that, but it's not about them. It's about us. You got to be able to see that, family. So now you did that willingly. Now you're saying, oh, now we got to get all of them out. Y'all better understand what's about to pop off. Remember, I mean, what is it? The inauguration, the 20th? You feel what I'm saying? That's why we go over these classes. That's why leadership's been warning us time and time again. That's why we go over these things every week, because we got to make sure our spirits is right for whatever's to come. We don't know on the 20th if things going to drastically change that day, but we understand, according to the prophecies, things are going to get bad for us here.
It is.
All right, so we got to come to that realization. All right, go back to the video.
Regulations, laws, they came in illegally. You know, the people that have been treated very unfairly are the people that have been online for 10 years to come into the country. And we're going to make it very easy for people to come in terms of they have to pass the test. They have to be able to tell you what the Statue of Liberty is. They have to tell you a little bit about our country. They have to love our country.
But is it your plan to deport everyone?
Oh, that was it? Yes, all right, so let's do this. Let's close with this. Then we'll go to Daniel 5. Give me 2 Ezra chapter 16 and give me verse 67. We're going to read down just a little bit. All right, so yeah, Trump, hey, y'all see all of it right there. Y'all see all the characteristics.
Right.
Absolutely, he was definitely gearing toward Armageddon. There's no doubt about it.
Sir.
All right, read that.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 67.
Come on.
Behold, God himself is the judge. Fear him.
Fear him.
Leave off from your sins.
Come on.
And forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever.
Come on.
So shall God lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
Right, and deliver you from all trouble. That's the key. All right, so we got to make sure we overcome sin. Verse 70, go ahead.
Verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Right, upon those that fear the Lord. We just read what happened during the time of Esther. Don't forget about the Grecian captivity. All right, the same thing is going to happen. 2 Ezra 5 and 42. Let me hear that real quick.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
Right, as unto a ring, meaning what? It goes round and around and around. But this just happens to be the last time, brothers and sisters.
Right.
What is the nation?
is men leading